Hi everyone, I'm here in Hvar, and in this location is the oldest communal theater in Europe, meaning a communal theater where it was free and where the rich and poor mingled together. It was built precisely that, so that the patricians and the fishermen would all be able to enjoy the same theater experience in the same way. And that's a very cool thing. And it's still a functioning theater. We've been learning a lot about the history of Croatia, but what's really special is the fact that our guide, Darko, is 50 years old, and he lived through the civil wars. When they declared their freedom from Yugoslavia, they naively thought that they could just leave Yugoslavia, that there wouldn't be a problem because it had been written into the original agreement that any nation that wanted to get out could. However, when they actually tried it, they realized that the Yugoslavian had all the army and they had all the arms, and the Yugoslavian army attacked. So for 5 years, Darko was telling us he'd be doing things like he'd be cooking and the sirens would go off and you would run, in his case, 15 flights down to the basement and to the bomb shelter. And then you would come back up after it was over, hopefully you still had a house, and just go back to cooking. And that was for 5 years. And it's fascinating to talk to someone who's actually lived through that. And the population of Croatia is declining. And he's talking about what the hope for the future and where he sees it going, and that they keep re-electing the same people over and over, even though there's corruption. But he's starting to see in Zagreb, their capital city, a younger man has been elected, and he sees hope in the future. And I think that's great. It's been a fascinating tour. Mostly when we take these tours, we hear about ancient history. I don't recall any other tour where we've talked to someone who actually lived through the events that he's actually telling us about. And that's very, very cool. And Darko is in the performance arts, so this theater is near and dear to his heart, and he's actually performed here. So it's a very special place. We're having a great time. It's still pretty hot. We have learned that the one essential factor in Croatia is gelato. You need to know where it is, how to get to it, and just go from gelato to gelato and shade spot to shade spot, and you'll survive. It's okay. Anyway, we're having a great time, and tomorrow we're actually going to explore more of Hvar, but by bus, and going into the main part of the island where they grow lavender and olives and, of course, crops like that.